Manas Deb. I'm your local Conservative candidate from the Queen Edith ward, and I'm standing for the City Council election, which is a local election on 5th of May.
You get the opportunity to set the local policing priorities, perhaps depending on who we get as the Police and Crime Commissioner, at the South Area Committee. Are there any, I think you've mentioned people being scared of burglary in your leaflets.
Yes.
So would you make burglary a local policing priority? Is that?
Absolutely, because 5-6 years back we rarely heard about burglaries in Queen Edith ward, and it happened in December, again in February, and when the burglary took place in February, again I must emphasize my level of commitment.
So you say you vote for a burglary to be a priority, and one of the things I've seen that they do quite well in this area is actually the police are telling people about the burglaries and giving quite a bit of detail. I quite like that, just as an idea that if you were the councillor, I'd keep that going, because I think it does help to, it just tells you where they are and sort of and what's happening.
Yeah, as I've told you, sorry for the little interruption, when the burglary took place in the month of February, I was the only candidate to go and visit those two families near Netherhall School, and they were really scared, and I have talked to their families in detail, and also I did not stop there. I have reported the complaint to the Police and Crime Commissioner. I have invited Sir Graham, the current Police and Crime Commissioner, to come and visit the ward so that I can...
is he coming?
No, unfortunately he said he cannot come. It's not something I was expecting, because
you'd expected the Conservative Police and Crime Commissioner to come and meet the candidate.
I had to remind him. First time I did not get any response. Then I have to remind him, and then unfortunately he chose. He chose not to come. That's his decision. But my idea was, if he came, I would have arranged a meeting room where I would have invited all the communities, especially the people who are scared, and that would have been a big motivating factor. But I did not stop there. I have also taken up the issue with Jason, who is the candidate for PCC, and he's a wonderful chap, and he has assured me that at some point he will come and meet the community. So I think with that good assurance, I'm going ahead, and if whoever becomes PCC, and I will make sure they visit my ward, and I arrange a community meeting where they interact with PCC directly and they can ask their questions.
Do you have an idea of how we actually reduce burglary? How do we do it? What do we want the police to do differently?
Well, there can be several of schemes. One is neighborhood watch. One is you have CCTVs in your house. You have little cameras in your house. If you can't afford to install too many cameras, at least one camera in front of your main door. And neighborhood watch scheme is a fantastic. I believe in that. And more police patrolling, if possible, in the ward. Currently, there is zero police patrolling in the ward. I hardly see any police. But if we can increase the resources little bit, I know police is stretched. I understand that. But if we can increase little bit in the sensitive areas where there is more possibilities of burglary, that will help.
I just add as a suggestion, given you might end up being a councillor making these kind of decisions, a little bit more of a focus on reoffending. So I was just suggesting that we tackle reoffending, because so many of our crimes are committed by people who have already come into contact with the criminal justice system, and if we give people options to live their life without crime, then if we support people properly, we might be able to prevent some of the burglaries.
I think it's a good idea. When I was canvassing in Gun Hill Way and Godwin Way, I did come across the drug selling issues. Some residents have brought to my notice that some people in those two streets selling drugs. I have reported that issue in the South Area Committee meeting to the police sergeant. Now it is up to him what action he takes. I don't have the specific of house numbers, but residents, once they bring to my notice, it is my job to take it up with the appropriate authority. Now I think there are several options. The police can have drug rehabilitation scheme, and then involve them in the community work. I think that's a wonderful way of changing their mind. There are so many community work. If you engage them in the community work, and if you put them in the right direction and with a bit of training, and I would, if I could, create a little bit of job opportunity for them. That's the reason I believe in enterprise. I believe in local business. I believe in more local shops in my ward, because more local shops means you need more workers, and this is the wonderful way of engaging people in the community work, in the business, so that their mind is focused for the right thing.
Well, we spend a lot of money on rehabilitation and on probation. So, and that I agree with you. Actually, I think that's what those people should be doing. They should be helping people back into work and supporting themselves. And when we get people sentenced to community sentences, but that doesn't involve working with the community. It just means a group of offenders going out and painting some railings.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually. There's no opportunity. It's not saying come and join an existing local group and do something together, which I think would be much more.
Absolutely. If it was within my power, I would try to engage them more in the community work, and also I will try actively to look for a little part-time or full-time job for them. They may not be ready to start full-time straight away, but if we can put them in part-time job for 4 hours, 3 hours, it will change their mind completely, and they will start thinking differently about the whole world. And this is what I believe in.
So just you seem to be have lots of views on this. So what's your experience? Have you been watching what goes on in court? Have you met offenders, or is this?
No, I haven't met. No, I haven't met. I haven't had the opportunity to.
No, I just thought you might have done, given that you seem to have.
No, it's just the way I think. I should do the way I feel the community should do. This is what I'm explaining to you.
So you said Jason Ablewhite was a great guy. So how much do you know about what he's been doing?
Well, the way I say great guy is that based on his initial good response. I don't know.
You can't tell me.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know enough about him. He is a PCC candidate. I've met him a few times. He's from our party, and his response is very positive so far. He seems to be a positive thinking guy, and this much I can say at this point. I do not know anything beyond that.
And that's not just because, it might be because it's election time, and of course he's going to be responsive. And
I cannot comment on that. I cannot comment on that. Thank you very much. I would request everyone in my Queen Edith ward through your channel to come and vote for me on 5th of May. Thank you.